Hi, for online video blog 5, I'm going to talk about the contemporary issues in educational leadership, specifically the prevailing cultural norms that dominate one's thinking about leadership, need for a fundamental reorientation of school leadership to focus on effective learning, dominant concepts on orthodoxies around leadership and interpersonal relationships, contextual dominance in educational literature of seeing the school as an organization, and need for fundamental reorientation of school leadership to focus on effective learning. The history of leadership has been attached to the debate between logic and rationality, recognition of human beings as essentially emotional in their construction of reality, in essence, from rational to relational. Rationality in leadership remains influential and remarkable. Schools remain bureaucratic and hierarchical in terms of school policymaking. However, the prevailing thinking and norms of leadership management in education somehow affect the improvement and effectiveness of leaders. There is an ambiguous role of leaders in terms of how they lead. Leaders are torn which hemisphere of their brain will they use to be able to lead effectively. Left brain hemisphere focuses on the rationality, while the right brain hemisphere focuses on relationship or social-emotional. With this ambiguity of the left and right brain hemispheres, leaders are in constant mind-boggling way of thinking on how to balance between rational and relational. Interestingly, there is a willingness among leaders to seek a holistic and integrated approach to leadership to mend the ambiguity of left-right brain hemispheres. More and more school leaders are adapting the nonlinear models of management, which is giving more life and improvement to people they lead and schools they manage. Sir Giovanni emphasized the importance of the virtue of trust. Leaders should be trustworthy. Without trust, leaders lose credibility. Leaders should embed trust in school culture. Recent studies show that trust constitutes a moral resource for school improvement. Trust is a powerful and strong predictor of student achievement, disregarding the effects of student background, achievement, race, and gender. Therefore, school leaders must take good care of the value of trust they create in teachers, parents, and students. Once trust is broken, people lessen their commitment and withdraw from achieving school improvement. There was a contextual dominance in educational literature of seeing the school as an organization. Organization per se is not inappropriate to effective learning. However, the issue here is the extent to which learning environment is designed around the learner rather than the needs of learners. So to resolve the issue, school leaders need to design schools based on well-being. That is a possibility of creating a learning community with interdependence and effective interaction. A community based on values, collaboration, trust, shared authority, interdependent working, and personal growth. There is a need to develop a new generation of leaders who integrate approaches like collaboration, connection, and communication to form a system leadership. System leadership builds new alliances and resources to contribute to system-wide improvement of learners and schools. School transformation is best achieved with collaboration of new generation leaders who learn to disregard differences but embrace the idea of working together professionally to overcome period of rapid change and economic constraints and leading their respective schools to be more resilient and sustainable. There is a need for a reorientation of school leadership to focus on effective learning. For example, creating a quality curriculum that promotes a quality teaching and learning in the school. A learning-centered leadership that focuses on securing the equality and equity in learning of all learners. Leaders work to create a learning culture based on respect for every learner and high levels of trust. Leaders give research-based culture for an effective teaching and learning. Lastly, leaders are role models of effective teaching and learning by supporting the learning and development of colleagues through collaborative strategies to continuously improve the quality of teaching and learning. In conclusion, educational leadership today is embracing new shifts of paradigms that help leaders to confidently practice new and authentic norms of leadership in education. That norm is built with interdependence, trust, care, collaboration, morals, and learning.